It is about how we navigate in the darkness, how we behave in the darkness. That will give us a successful dark time or not so successful dark time. Hello my friends, I'm back, as you can see. And you may have seen my last video where I explained with a big heartbreak that I'm not feeling well, that it's something bad happened and something really sad happened. And well, yeah, that is what happened. And I took the last month, 2 months, to use that time to do everything in my possibility, in what I can do to navigate that darkness, to do something with it, to accept it. But I will talk about it in a minute. And that's why I'm filming now this video with this topic, because I think it is a huge topic about how we behave when we have a dark time, how we behave in a dark night of the soul or after something bad happened to us. And first of all, I'm not in the forest, as you can see, because I can't. After all that happened, I also got injured on my foot. I can't walk properly, so I can't go to the forest, but we have some sheep and some nice fields today. So but back to the story. Well, something happened to me. I'm not talking about this here on YouTube at the moment, but well, it was really something bad and really a really dark place. And yes, I had many dark places in my life, but the difference this time was that I was not the same person as before. You know, we are different all the time, every day. We change every day. We are more every day. So you are more than you were last year, the same time than now. You are more than you were last week. You are more than you were yesterday. And this is really important to keep in mind for everything, because when you try to act in a certain way or make decisions in a certain way or plan your future in a certain way based on your past self, then you're limiting yourself extremely, because you are not the same as before. You are more. You're always more. So when you make new decisions, when you have a new situation or a similar situation that you already had, never think that it is the same that it was, because you are not the same as you were. And with this in mind, I took on my healing from that trauma. And I knew, because I'm more than I was before, because I'm just learned more, I'm more evolved, I'm more myself, and I'm wiser than years ago, than when I was younger. So I knew that something like that, whatever it is, my situation, other situation, whatever it is, something bad that happened, something dark, something sad, something not good, that it is always, or you can always use it as a catalyst and as an initiation. And I knew that this one thing that happened to me was and could be one of the biggest initiations of my life. And it was. And it is. It still is. And with that feeling and knowing that this could be something big, if I behave the best possible in this dark time, then it will be one of the biggest gifts of my life. And I will tell you now what is important when you have a dark night of the soul. What is important when you have to go through some trauma or relive some trauma, or when you have to just experience things that are not fine, a phase in your life that is not good, a dark place, whatever. And I started it the following way. I had patience. Really, really great patience. I knew this will hurt a long time. This will not go away in a day or so. And so I allowed myself this time. So the first 2 things that I did was I allowed myself to grieve, to heal, to cry. And with this comes the second thing, and that is that I allowed myself to feel all the emotions. Whenever they come up, I felt them. Whenever I was so sad, I wanted to cry, I cried. In the beginning, this was a lot of crying. Later, it was less and less and less. Now it's still sometimes, but not that often anymore. And if it is something that happened to you that makes you sad, I can already tell you that sadness comes in waves. All emotions comes in wave in the end. They are energy, they are moving energy. So when you allow yourself to ride that wave. So when a wave of sadness comes up and you feel like, okay, I will not survive. This time I will not survive this sadness. I will not survive all these emotions. This is not possible. I will explode. I will die from it. I will just not exist anymore because it's so heavy. Well, when you think that, I feel you. Because yes, it feels like this. It can feel like this. But if you still, even if you have that fear of not surviving that wave of sadness, if you allow yourself to feel it and to just be with it, believe me, the wave will be less again. Like the wave goes up and then it will go down again. So you will be extremely sad, and this can be a couple of minutes, this can be 20 minutes, this can be half an hour, but usually it doesn't last that long, because after that heavy wave of sadness, it suddenly gets a bit better. And you can feel this improving of sadness if you allow it. When you allow yourself to feel the sadness or the anger or whatever, if you allow yourself to feel it and let it out with screaming, with crying, with whatever, not hurting anyone, of course, but just let it out in some way, then it will pass and it will come again. Don't think that it doesn't come again. So be prepared that, and even more when you just start that journey of going through the darkness. In the beginning it's the hardest, and these waves will be really strong and often and a couple of times during the day, maybe all 30 minutes, but they will pass. It goes up and down and up and down, up and down, and after a while this wave will be softer. Maybe you will have these moments just 5 times a day instead of 30 times, or you will have it less long, just a couple of minutes instead of 20 minutes. So it is so important to have that patience with you and to allow all the emotions coming up. When you allow emotions coming up and move through your body, that's when you heal. That's when you heal. If you push them down and you say to yourself, I should not feel that, I will feel bad, I will not survive, whatever, I can't feel these emotions, then they stay stuck in your body. Then they really stay stuck. And we don't want that. We really don't want that. Then the next thing is, I think it will be number 3 and 4 that I did, is that I trusted in myself. Even if I didn't know how I will survive that all and how I will go through it all, but I kept trust in myself. I kept trust that I can go through this. I don't know how, but I can. Because I knew I survived up to now in my life. And even if that moment now is worse than anything else, but I trusted that I will be able to go through it. And the 4th thing is that it goes together with the 3rd, is that I trusted in God. I trusted in the divine. And that was one of the hardest things in the beginning. I remember sitting there, and of course the feeling of why is this happening to me? Why, God, why are you doing this to me? Of course this came up. But in the same time I said to myself, no, I trust. There is a meaning behind. There is a reason why this is happening. God is not hating me. The divine is not doing it because I am not good enough or something like that. No, it all is orchestrated in my favor. Even if it doesn't seem like it, even if it's really, really hard. And I know some of you may say, well, but my situation is different and it's harder. It can be harder, yes. But still, trust in God and trust that this has a reason for you. And if you're watching this video, I know you're someone you're working on yourself. You are spiritual. And that means that you are also able to go through all the dark that is thrown at you. So yes, it was difficult to trust in God, but I decided to do it. I just decided, and so I did. And most things that came afterward were in my favor. So I kept trusting God. I prayed, and it helped. And of course it worked. God was here all the time. It was just important to continue to trust. And the 5th thing is, I let myself be cracked open. And this always reminds me of Rebecca Campbell, the wonderful author that, I don't know if it was in one of her books, an older book, or if it was in her oracle cards, but she always said, the world needs you cracked open. And in this dark time now, I really understood that sentence, because I decided to keep my heart open all the time. I decided to stay in my body, to be here, even if it's painful, and to keep my heart open as good as I can. And that cracked me open. It cracked me completely open. And that was important. The world needs you cracked open, and the world needs me cracked open because, and I will tell you that in a minute, it was a so big initiation, and I can give to the world so much more than before. It's incredible, but we will go to that in the end of the video. So keeping your heart open is really, really important in whatever you're going through. And the last thing, and I think it's the last thing, and it's also really important, is that you seek the healing that calls you. Whatever that is, if it's meditation, if it's let yourself be healed by someone else. For me, it was going to Glastonbury. I knew that. I went there, lived there for a while, and I knew that's important for me. Maybe going somewhere else is nothing for you, or maybe you are not able to do it in your current situation in life. So seek what feels good to you. Seek the healer that feels good to you. Seek whatever calls you. That is so important. Your soul and your intuition will tell you what is good for you. And if you can't hear that voice in the beginning, that's fine. Just stick to patience, stick to feeling your emotions, stick to trust in God and trust in yourself. And then you're already really, really in a good position. Oh, and something else. I knew it was not the last point. It is really, really great if you can see this dark time as a teacher. I think you already understood that this is how I see dark times. And it's the same with my foot right now. I can barely walk. I can't do the things that I want. But I knew it is another teacher. For whatever. I don't know. I still don't know. But it is a teacher somehow. And with really dark times, it is a huge teacher. It is a huge teacher. And you can grow so much from it. Really, it is incredible. So see it in that way, that everything that happens is a teacher for your soul, for you to grow. It changes how you behave in the darkness as well. It will help you. So seeing the situation as a teacher will help you to behave in a good way, in a beneficial way for you in the darkness. And the other way around is the same. If you behave good, beneficial for you in the darkness, it will be a teacher so much faster than if you fight against the darkness, because fighting just doesn't work. And you know, the darkness will most probably not go away in one day or in a week, depending what happens to you, depending how you're feeling, depending through what initiation you're going through. It will not just go away. And accepting that and working with that will make it go away faster. That's the paradox in it. If you lean into it and use the things that I said, the patience, the trust, the being cracked open, to see it as a teacher, and all these things, you will go through it so much faster. And if you're dealing with it in that way, you will also be able to see in the dark times some alive moments. You know that feeling of aliveness when you, when you dance in the rain in summer, and then suddenly comes that rain that is warm and feels amazing. Or when you hug someone that you love, or when you kiss someone for the first time. All these feelings that make you feel alive. You can feel them and you can find them even in the deepest sadness. Because it is truth. It is realness. And when you feel real, well, then you get a glimpse of aliveness. So, and what did this dark time give to me? Well, first of all, I'm so much more myself. And that's really important. I know what value I give to the world. I know it more. I knew it before somehow, but now I know it. Now I really know it. Now I really embody it. Now I'm 100% sure of my value, myself, and what value I give to the world. And that is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. If you struggle with self-worth, with self-trust and all these things, you know how it feels to not trust yourself, to not see the worth in you. And I came from that. That's my past. It is long ago, okay, but it was always still in me. I still had to work through it. It was still some remains were there of low self-worth. But now it's just another level. It's another level of self-worth that I have reached. Thanks to that extremely dark time. And a part of that value that I can give right now, you can find on my website. I changed up all my offerings because I had to align them of what value I can give. Before I was selling myself short, honestly. Not even myself, but you. I gave you just a part of me. I gave you just a little bit of what I can, of who I am, of what I do. I don't know why, but I didn't want to give it all. I was scared of this being not the right thing. I don't know what it was. And it doesn't matter. Important is that now I give it to you. Now my offerings are there. The real ones, the ones that reflect who I am, that align with what I can give you. And it's so, so, so beautiful. Really so beautiful. Please go on my website, check it out. I did it all myself. I'm just really proud of it. So I'm also really happy if you just go there and take a look. Look at the colors and the flowers that I put there. It's just lovely. I like it. Let me know if you like the website as well. Check out the offerings. Maybe there is something for you. I also have a big section for women. You will see that the temple that I'm building now has this huge part for women, because I know how I can help and I know what I can give in that area. Amazing. I think I said it all for today. I don't know when the next video comes out. I hope I will be able to maintain a certain schedule, but I don't put myself under pressure right now. Still recovering. And yes, I'm just so happy to be back. Please say hello in the comments if you sticked around, if you're happy that I'm back as much as I am. And I'm so glad that you are still here. And I can't wait to see you grow, to see myself grow, and see where this all leads. So amazing. Thank you for being here, and I see you in the next one. Bye.